Well guys, welcome back to the nest. I hope you're all keeping well. Hope you all had a great Christmas. I know I certainly did. So it looks like you're all going to be seeing me before we go into the new year. Time for another horror movie, methinks. Well, I think I can say this is like a horror and a comedy at the same time. Definitely a lot more horror than comedy aspects. Today we're going to be reacting to Piranha. This was a comedy horror movie. And of course, as the name suggests, it's about a set of killer fish. I did find out that this movie was inspired by Jaws. It kind of has the same plot in a way. It's like set in a summer location. Like say Jaws is set in the beach. Piranha is set on like a lakeside where kids go to summer camp and they've just opened up a resort trying to gain a bit of money. And there's also that one guy who doesn't want to close the place. Well, I guess it was too short notice, for him to shut down the place. Jaws, the mayor, had a lot of time. And there's always that one guy you really want to get killed by the big animal that will eat you. In Jaws' case, it was the mayor, but in this case, it was the I don't know whether it was the guy. No, definitely not the guy who opened up the place, but more the scoutmaster. Because he was just such a gruff demeanour, he was horrible to all those kids. It's no wonder even the assistants were playing darts with a photograph of his face. Let me tell you something, guys, I've been in the scouts before and the leaders are not nice. So, you're in for a rough ride whenever it starts off with these two teenagers wanting to swim in a place where it clearly says no trespassing. And then blood goes everywhere, and then they're discovered the next morning to be nothing but skeletons. Now I will say, guys, I've seen the way real life piranhas work. They can take down anything. Like say a capybara, like this capybara jumps into the river, and then they all gang up on it. Like they literally pick all the flesh off that thing, and nothing is left but the skeleton. They're that deadly, and I do know that some people keep them as pets. I'd say they'd be very hard to keep as pets. You need to get chicken and mice to feed them, not live chicken by the way, just stuff you keep in your freezer. But the thing I don't know is whether you have to cook it or not. I did see one time that, I don't know whether this person was joking or not, but I used to watch a lot of live feeding whenever I was a kid. There was this one guy who would feed his piranha, like live mice and everything, but the guy said in the comments that he got his hand stuck in his piranha's tank, and the piranha's ate his hand, he's only got one hand left. I don't know if that's true or not, if the guy was just making a joke. You never can tell. But in this movie, they're literally, I don't know if in real life piranhas would be man eaters, but these ones certainly are. They're genetically enhanced, they were already in the laboratory in that big swimming pool, shall we say. Now, I don't know why they were kept in saltwater, because in real life, piranhas live in South America in these lakes, and saltwater would kill them, if you know what I mean. But I guess if they're genetically enhanced, they can live anywhere. So it turns out that the backstory for the piranhas is that they were created to be put in the lakes to destroy the Viet Cong. So it turns out that they probably could have used them in the Deer Hunter. Yeah, the last movie that we reacted to, they could have helped Mike, Stephen, and Nick. Yeah, I do believe that could work. The thing that I'm quite disappointed about, oh, by the way, the operation was called Operation Razor Teeth, because I've seen what piranhas are like they're mean, their teeth are sharp, they can peel anything off. I do wish that the piranhas got proper screen time. All you can see is just their eye, like in the murky waters, their shows, and the only way you can be alert of their presence is whenever there's this buzzing noise. They're definitely not an insect buzz, but something like that. But I guess the effects were quite outdated back then. I do love the atmosphere. It's just so bleak and dark, and I do feel sorry for the main character Paul, because he's no job. He's trying to raise his daughter, but I will say he is the hero. He spends so much time, to save the lake, and not just America, but the whole world, because the piranhas, once they got released from their pool in the research center, they were going to be distributed all over the world, and anyone who goes down to the beach So it could have been Jaws all over again. Now I do have to admit, whenever they were releasing this movie, like I will say, Steven Spielberg, who directed Jaws, was still a big fan of this movie. Like even though his movie inspired Piranha, like he didn't feel there was any like disputes going on or anything. And like, I'm not gonna tell you what the movie is yet because it's one that I'm gonna react to in this year. But they were worried in case they were gonna like have trouble, like competition with this other movie. But there was no turmoil, if you know what I mean. Like I do know that this movie spawned like a big franchise. I don't know if I actually will watch all the other movies. The director, Joe Dante, I know that he's known for comedy horror. Like now the comedy aspects, like the detective Maggie, like whenever you first meet her, she's playing a Jaws video game. You know, it's one of those arcade games, and it's obviously a nod. Like this is the movie that inspired us, and she very nearly loses her ticket, and she comes up with a very unusual way to distract the person, the army that keeps her captive. You know, she goes out and flashes herself in front of him, and she does, you know, wonder, what if he's gay, what if he's not attracted to me. But I do think that the MVP was Paul, because, you know, he sacrificed so much time, and he even ended up in a catatonic state, you know, all this to save his daughter during the summer camp. And I do wonder if his daughter faced her fears of swimming, you know, if she still has aquaphobia. Well, see, to be honest, I'd be more worried about swimming in the ocean rather than just a lake or something. Like I do know there are some like scary creatures that live in the lake, but in the ocean it's way wide open. There's sharks in there. There's all sorts of like creatures like whales and everything. But I do know whales can be harmless, but it's sharks, the stingrays, and the big abyss that I'd worry about. But you know, this movie was okay. Like, you know, like I did really enjoy like seeing everyone's trying to get away from all the piranhas. Like it was sad that one of the camp leaders had to be taken down. Like, you know, but you get so tense whenever you see anyone near the water. Like that guy fishing, like he nearly like he loses his feet and he dies from blood loss, and some boy loses his father. I wonder, they just left him up on the riverbank, but I wonder if they ever came back for him, because he's lost his father. I assume he's lost his mother. I don't know, did they come find him whenever they sorted the piranhas out? You never can tell. And then whenever the two girls were sitting by the lake and they were wondering about whether they should have a midnight swim, you know, luckily they were stopped by the scoutmaster. That was the only good thing that scoutmaster did, by the way. But yeah, I did think this movie was quite funny and scary at the same time. You definitely need a mixture of both. But I wonder if I should have a tank of pet piranhas. You never know. But yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment who you'd like to see next. I'm sorry that the videos are getting a wee bit shorter now, but I kind of want to focus on quality over quantity, if you know what I mean. You know, I don't want to just be talking about the story the whole time. But another thing I want to wonder is that creature that was in the laboratory, what became of it? Did it just leave the place and try and find a life of its own, have a vacation? You never can tell with a funny movie. Actually, if I had piranhas, this is what they'd be like if I fed them some. Tasty. I don't know, I'd say they'd probably be very expensive. You know, like a certain number of them, you can keep them. I know you can keep clownfish, but they're hard to keep because you have to keep them in salt water. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment what you'd like to see next, subscribe, turn on notifications. I actually am thinking about getting some music into these videos, you know, from the YouTube audio library. I do worry about copyright and all that, but I do hear that stuff's like protected from copyright and everything, you know, like they even give them shout outs. But I don't know. Just in the new year I need to make the channel a wee bit more professional, you know, if I ever do get the money for it. Actually, I'm planning to get an agent soon, so I'll be able to do extra marketing for me. But thank you so much for watching, you guys. Don't forget to leave a like, comment what you'd like to see next, subscribe, turn on notifications, share with your friends, tell me you would like to see next, and I'll see you in the next video. Also, love you all to death.